9-0, right?
Yep.
9-0. How many knockouts did you have so far? I saw
I think
one.
I have five or six, something like that. Yep.
That's what's up. And a few submissions? No submissions?
No. Either knockouts or
unanimous
nothing.
decision.
I've been working more submissions lately, but it's it takes. I mean, like I said, it's hard because you're learning so much at once that you'll be like focusing on one thing, and then you're like realize you need to work on this. Like, there's always something to work on with MMA, which makes it fun because it's like.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Lugo Show. I'm here at the 5-day Getaway Wrestling Camp. I'm here with my main man, Mitch McKee. What's going on, bro? I appreciate you coming out, man. I know I had you try to get to these other camps before in the past. You know, you got an MMA schedule. It's always busy.
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming out. But first session, you just ran it. How'd it go?
It was good. I mean, it's fun for me to come back to wrestling because all my last 4 years, my life's just been just MMA. So it's fun to come back to wrestling every once in a while and coach some camps and stuff. And, the fact that I did wrestling for so long, it's nice to now be away from the sport, but then still have to be able to use my knowledge I learned from it to, teach kids. So
teaching kids is different, right?
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah.
I know. It's like being an athlete and a coach. I'm starting to learn the difference between that. It's harder being a coach.
Oh yeah.
I think as an athlete, you just focus on yourself, right? Coach, you got 20, 30 guys you need to focus on. But MMA, let's talk about that. You said last 4 years MMA, right?
Yep.
How many fights you've had? And
9-0. Yeah, it's been good. I mean, it was hard right away. I think the hardest thing was moving down here. I grew up in Minnesota, never left. Went to college there, everything. So, and same with my wife. We got engaged a couple days before we moved down here, and then we just moved down here by ourselves and figure it out. And it was hard right away, just being so far away from home and family and everything. And then on top of that, just trying to learn MMA. I'd never done any striking or jiu-jitsu or anything like that. So just having to learn, it's almost like learning 4 different sports and then that was the hard part, was learning boxing, learning kickboxing, learning jiu-jitsu, and just learning the basics of all of them. And now the last couple, year or two, it's been putting all of those together into the, MMA, which is basically all of those sports and then put into one, so it's now it's fun, blending the sports and, just creating my own style of MMA.
Yeah. So that's crazy. So you said you got engaged, you retired from competing wrestling only, right? And then you moved to Florida.
Yeah.
Right. So all those 3 things at once.
Yeah. It was literally Olympic trials.
Uh-huh.
And then Logan Storley called me and he didn't even ask me to do MMA. He just why don't more D1 wrestlers do MMA? And I was I don't know. And then I called him back a day later. I was I would check it out. So he flew me down here for 2 weeks, and I just trained, and it was so much fun. And I'd been hitting a little bit of pads and stuff, the year before, just playing around with this dude, so I kind of enjoyed it. But then when I came down to the gym down here and tried it, I was this is fun, and it's something that, because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep wrestling. Did I want to do a whole nother cycle? And it's a grind, it's a grind, and you're not making a ton of money. No. So it's so I was but I've always wanted to keep doing athletic things while I am able to. So this was a new way to use my wrestling, but then feel I'm still learning and growing every day, because when you wrestle for so long, it's you hit the point where it's you can't feel the growth anymore.
Yeah.
Day to day, each practice, right?
I saw that.
You're training and you're I don't even know if I got better today. And once I moved to MMA, it's every day was you could feel the growth every single day, and it made it exciting again. But
that makes sense, because I went to American Top Team a few times.
Yep.
And they would teach me something different. And like you said, I felt I learned something new today. Instead of hitting the same routine over and over. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
For Small and Aries on the podcast a few episodes ago, I asked her, what's the difference, like mentally preparing, like stepping into a octagon and stepping in on a wrestling mat? Is there a different mentality there, or is it like the same thing?
It's pretty much the same thing. I feel like at least I try to keep it the same, just because you're so used to competing in wrestling, and like I usually just tell myself like it's just just like wrestling is just competing, and it's like with wrestling you've competed so many times, and like you've been on the highest stages and the biggest stages, and it's like just translating that over to thinking about this guy hasn't done the things you've done in competitive sports. Like you've had thousands and thousands of matches on big stages, and this guy probably, I don't know, what his background, whoever it is, but it's like I just try to do that and just keep it simple and remind myself that I've been competing for 20 something years, so it's
the same. You're professional.
It's all just competition.
Yeah, that makes sense. What about training? I know, like you said, wrestling is harder on the body.
Yeah.
And you're not competing as much in MMA, right? It's like once every
3 months,
4 months.
3-4 months.
So even the weight cut's different. Talk about the preparation. How's that?
Yeah, it's definitely different. I mean, it's probably more closer to like freestyle wrestling, like international, where you're like you have tournaments every once in a while, and it's not like the college wrestling season where you're making weight once or twice a weekend for 4 months straight, which is tough in a whole different level. But it's like right now I'm starting to get back into camp because I think I'm going to fight hopefully in August. So I usually do about 8-week camps for a fight. Sometimes I don't know when I'm going to fight, so it's hard. But usually, like with my management, we pick like this date, and then it's a matter of finding an opponent. So sometimes you don't get one till like 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out. But
you don't know your opponent till 2 weeks out, but
sometimes
you're fighting.
I know I'm fighting, so I'm like getting ready to fight, like getting my weight down, my training, conditioning, all that. But then sometimes, like other times, you have the full, who you're fighting. You have the full 8 weeks. Like right now, I think I'm 7 weeks out from when I'm hoping to fight, and I don't have anybody yet, but I'm been training like I'm fighting in 7 weeks. So, but outside of camp, I still train, for almost twice a day. We do two Monday, 2 Tuesday, 1 Wednesday, 2 Thursday, 1 Friday, and then 1 Saturday, and then some lifts in between there.
That's at Killcliff, right?
Yep.
Killcliff. Yeah.
Yep. Killcliff FC, and then so I mean I still train the whole time I'm outside of camp too. It's just a little different. Like we do a little bit more like technical work and stuff, and then once now that I'm getting into camp, we're gonna do more like the next couple 3-4 weeks really ramp it up, and then bring it back down the last couple weeks to make sure the body's feeling good, and then. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely different, and it's I mean I like the weight cuts better. I mean they're different because you have to be disciplined for like 8 weeks and really cut the weight right, and then do the water cut at the end. Versus wrestling, you kind of bring it down slowly and then make weight. But the
weight cut's completely different. The weight cut.
Yeah, it's more like how it used to be, like with freestyle, where you weigh in like the day before.
Yeah.
And you could like cut a bunch of water out. Like obviously now with wrestling, you got to weigh in 2 hours and wrestle 2 hours. Weigh in and wrestle 2 hours later. So you can't do that big like 10-pound water cut.
Yeah.
But we weigh in usually like 36 hours before. So you weigh in like if I fight Friday night, it's Thursday morning weigh in. So you have a ton of time to put
recover
everything
stuff.
Back in. Yeah. But you got to get your body fat down and everything and then water load the week before.
Yeah.
So you have all that water to cut out. But so that's been another thing too, is like over 9 fight camps I've had now. Just kind of, I journal every fight camp and like try to write down like what I did and maybe how I felt and then tweaking different things to make sure it's getting better and better and better.
Nice. Man.
And easier. But
so 9-0, right?
Yep.
How many knockouts did you have so far? I saw
I think
one.
I have 5 or 6, something like that. Yep.
That's what's up. And a few submissions? No submissions?
No. Either knockouts or nothing.
Unanimous decision.
I've been working more submissions lately, but it's it takes, I mean, like I said, it's hard because you're learning so much at once that you'll be like focusing on one thing and then you're like, realize you need to work on this. Like there's always something to work on with MMA, which makes it fun because it's like, you focus on boxing for a while, but then you're like, oh, my jiu-jitsu is lacking. So now I got to focus on jiu-jitsu. And so it's like, there's so many different things you have to try to learn and focus on. And, so lately I've been really working on, I've been working on my boxing, but also working on my jiu-jitsu and like being able to ground and pound, but also being able to go for the submission when it's there.
Yeah.
So it's been fun.
That's cool.
What about you? How you liking coaching now?
I mean, it's different, like we've been saying.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a lot of fun. No pressure or anything like that. I mean, if I'm really like involved with the athlete and they about to wrestle, I do get those nerves. Like if I'm about to wrestle,
it's almost worse.
Yeah. Because I have no control.
It's worse. Yeah.
So
I was like my little brother growing up. Like him going out there, it's like I was more nervous when he would go out there because, like you said, like you don't control what he does.
Exactly. So so that I'm dealing with that. But besides that, it's good, man. I've been doing camps. I do private lessons. Just trying to help this area. I know South Florida is really, it's growing.
Yeah, it is.
It's growing, and the demand for wrestling is growing. And I'm just trying to bring the high level clinicians, out here because we have them. Yeah. We have them, but guys are, some guys are still involved with the sport. Some guys are not. But whatever the case may be, just putting everybody in the same room. I think that's what we need more of. Just people just doing it more. Yep. And then eventually we'll not only catch up to like Pennsylvania and New Jersey, we'll end up passing those states. So this takes time, just like anything else. So, but it's been good, man. I'm happy.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely noticed like going from Minnesota to down here, like the wrestling in Minnesota versus down here is like
it's different. Right? Yeah.
Because up in Minnesota, it's like every like high school has its own club. Like you can go to any high school and there's a big club of wrestling and like it's very popular. Where down here it was like harder for me to find like to do like privates and stuff. It was harder to find kids to to do stuff.
So
but
a lot of people,
I feel like down in Miami though it's bigger than it like where I'm at up in I'm closer to like West Palm Beach and stuff. It's like up there it's all like golf and tennis and that kind of stuff. But
I know a lot of it's jiu-jitsu right now.
Yeah, that too. Yeah,
a lot of it's jiu-jitsu and
especially down in this area.
Yeah, but that they're transitioning over to wrestling because there's no college for jiu-jitsu.
Yep.
You can't go to college, and I think this NIL is really helping wrestling grow. What else? There's one more, and just the demand there for girls wrestling.
Yeah,
girls wrestling is
huge right now.
Huge.
I couldn't believe how big it is.
It's crazy. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been good.
Sweet. Yeah, my high school team, like I looked at their picture of their roster. It was like half of it was girls. I was like, holy, there was not even a team. There wasn't even like a team, like girls wrestling at all
when I first got down here. I mean, I didn't know about it. So I jumped into a few clubs here and there, and the girls are like more engaged than the guys, and they're training harder than that. I kind of graduate towards that, the wrestler who wants to like train hard. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing that's the most frustrating with coaching is definitely when like someone doesn't care, and you're just like, then why am I here?
Yeah.
But when someone actually like cares and like gives you attention and like is like locked in, focused, they're paying attention, they're working hard, then you like
enjoy it.
You enjoy it.
I enjoy it.
Yeah. The practices or privates when it's like the kid's like doesn't seem like he cares if he's there or not, then you're like, those are the longest practices.
Yeah,
but the ones where the kids are super focused, those are the practices that like fly by and you're like, wow, that was already 2 hours.
Yeah. I remember, I'm getting memories jogged in. First time we met was in North Carolina, right? With Sean Russell at a camp. It was at a wrestling camp.
Yeah, we did we had those RTC duels, and then they had that camp afterwards. Yep, and that was the first time, because we all stayed in that hotel for like a week. Yeah.
That was funny. That was the first time me and Mitch kind of like really got to hang out outside of wrestling. So it was cool.
Yeah, that was a fun week.
Yeah, me and Sean Russell, old teammate mine, old teammate is his, and it was a good trip. That's about it. Got the next session coming up here in another 30-40 minutes. Got Mitch still doing his thing, and check us out. See ya.